Okay, before we begin, I'm going to say this could be a little theory part, okay? And let's summarize so far what we have learned. First thing first, let's do the initial market analysis again, step by step this time. Okay? Step 1, define the structure. In this, we are identifying areas of support or resistance on higher time frame. Got it? Now, step 2. For that, we are going to define the trend. Here, we are going to identify significant swing highs and lows on the trading time frame. And indeed, by this, we are going to identify the trend direction. Step 3 could be identifying strength and weakness. Now here, if you remember, we analyze momentum of recent price swing. Momentum can be analyzed with respect to the current price swing with the momentum of previous price swing in the same direction one time, and the momentum of current price swing with the previous price swing in the opposite direction as well, right? Now we get to know if and all the current price is accelerating or decelerating. Apart from this momentum, we can or we are supposed to compare projection and depth of recent pricing as well. Now you have seen the chart. Increased projection, what does it say? It is a potential trend strength, right? And decreased projection is trend weakness. The same case for depth. Increased depth is sign of potential trend weakness, and decreased depth is sign of potential trend strength. Correct? Moving to step 4, we are going to identify future trend direction. Here we are going to determine the path of future price action. Now we know within the structural framework of S&R we have 6 principles. First principle is we expect an up or downtrend to continue in its current state until the next support and resistance barrier. Second principle states when an up or downtrend shows evidence of weakness, we expect a higher likelihood of a complex correction rather than a reversal. Now, third principle states as a sideways trend within the framework is expected to continue in its current state unless displaying evidence of strength. Fourth principle states that when a sideways trend shows evidence of strength towards the range boundary, we expect a break of the boundary. Now, here comes at the edges of framework. Okay. This will be fifth principle. We expect a test of our framework to hold, and we should also check the strength displayed. Sixth principle states if strength is shown on the approach to this S&R barrier, we expect a breakout, and we will be watching the behavior after that. Alright, now step 5, that is visualizing future price action. This shall be done with the representation of candles being printed, and those candle printed can assess our future trend direction. Whether it can validate or invalidate depends upon candles being printed. Alright, now step 6, that is the identification of areas of trade opportunity. Here we did identify the current candle that is being printed, and with respect to that and using strength along the trade executing zones, namely Those are three zones on support and resistance and two zones on a trend. Those are what? Test, a breakout failure and a breakout pullback on support and resistance. We have a pullback and a complex pullback on a trend. Got it? Now let's see some examples of the same now. This is what we call trend, and it broke out and had a pullback. Now here we had a breakout, but it failed to sustain. It came down. See that? This is called breakout failure, my friend. Got it? Now we can see this chart where it is getting tested. The resistance is being tested and it is going little bit down. Get it? Now this is a trend continuation, which means a pullback, and it started moving up. Now this one, we have multiple legs, but still the trend was respected. That was called complex pullback. Okay, hope you saw all types of entry area over here. All right, we shall be looking in the live charts.